Hello everyone, welcome. What's on the menu for today, you asked? It's simple. We're doing a horror movie villain survival tier list. What does that mean? It means if I was facing off against, these popular horror movie villains, who can I survive against? Who can I take on a fight? Who can I beat? Who would destroy me? Probably most of them. We will see. What horror movie villains can you survive against? Here are the options. Option A, we have you're effed, which means you're effed. Next, we have a sliver of hope. You're on the verge of death, or at least you should be. You're probably gonna die, but God remembered that one time you held the door open for that old lady and they'll give you a chance to live. Then we have scary and painful, but you're alive. So what does that mean? It means it was scary and it was painful, but you're alive. That's what it means. Straight to the point. Don't read too into it. Then we have tis but a scratch. You just get a little scratch, It's maybe you get a little hurt, but nothing major. You could just put a band-aid on it or, recover soon from the little injury. And then you get they're effed. You square down with them. They thought they could get the best of you, but no, you got the best of them. Let's begin. So first off, we have Dracula, the classic Dracula, not the zaddy Dracula that people want to get bitten by, no. But yeah, the classic Dracula. Everyone knows and loves Dracula. I gotta be honest, I haven't watched the original Dracula. All I know about Dracula is that he sucks blood. That's all I know, and that's all I'm gonna base my ranking off of. He sucks blood. So let's begin. Is he scary? He just looks like a human with pointy ears and sharp fangs. Not really that scary. I don't think you're effed. I'm not gonna be effed by Dracula. I don't want to be effed by Dracula. I think I'm gonna put Dracula as tis but a scratch. Hear me out, why? Because Dracula is gonna suck my blood. There's no denying that. And I'm going to be like, here's my neck, go ahead and, let's just move on with our lives, Dracula. I'll give you a little bit of blood and I won't throw holy water at you, alright? Because let's not forget, Dracula and vampires, classic vampires, have a bunch of weaknesses. They have the stake to the heart, they have holy water, they have silver, I think. Or is it werewolves? Whatever, you know what I mean. Let's just call it truths, Dracula. I'll give you a little bit of my neck blood. Just don't drain me dry or I'll throw holy water at your ass. And I think Dracula would have agreed with that, People donate blood all the time. So Dracula is tis but a scratch for me. Kind of like Dracula from Billy and Mandy, scrape and lick. So there you go, tis but a scratch.
Scrape and lick.
What do we have next? Frankenstein's monster. Everyone just knows that it's Frankenstein, but it's actually not Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein was the mad scientist. Everyone knows that, right? Wrong. Not everyone knows that, and I never watched the original Frankenstein, but I just know that weird fun fact. Here's the thing with Frankenstein's monster. I'm just gonna say Frankenstein. Frankenstein is just misunderstood. How do I know that if I never watched the movie? Because that's what I heard, alright?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
What I'm saying is, he's like a friendly giant, according to me, that hasn't watched the movie or read the original books or whatever it's based off of, the manga. Actually, no, most anime is based off light novels nowadays, so light novel. But here's the thing, there is no option here for befriending them, so I'm gonna go with the assumption that Frankenstein does not like me for whatever reason. He's just out to get me, and in that case, I am effed. Unless I plead my innocence, I say, I'm sorry, Frankenstein. My bad, homie, And in that case, there's Silver of Hope. What do you have next? Oh yes, the classic. You guys ever played the maze game? Long ago, there was this little thing on the computer called the maze game on the interwebs. And I got tricked, so I was like, let me trick my friend. Basically, you'd go to this website where there's a little game. It was just a little maze. You'd have to traverse with your mouse a little red dot through this little maze. And as you near the end of the maze, it was really hard and you had to concentrate because the walls got thin. At the verge of making it, this girl's face popped out with a loud ass scream and you almost had a heart attack. I did it to my friend and he hated me for a while. I felt bad afterwards, really. Well, after laughing and my stomach giving me abs 20 minutes later. So yeah, the possessed girl from The Exorcist. So here's the thing. She had her demon powers, right? Because she was possessed by the demon or whatever. But the biggest threat from her is her projectile vomiting. No one wants to be shut up with that projectile vomit. With that being said, did you guys not watch the end of The Exorcist? That priest just threw down with her. Punches and shit. So what I'm saying is that I think I think I could take her. Possessed and all, I think I could take her. I'm gonna go with scary and painful, but you're alive. Unless you're the priest at the end of the movie. I think he died. Yeah, this is the Ring girl, the girl from the Ring. I think it's Sadako. There's like a cursed VHS tape or something, and she comes out of TV screens and shit, or computer screens, or whatever. There's actually a hentai on it. Oh, no, there's not. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put her in they're effed. Why? If a girl is coming out of my TV screen in the middle of the night in my room, they're gonna get effed. Literally. That's my ranking for Sadako. Next, we have Jigsaw. For some reason, I always found the puppet creepier than the actual killer. There's something uncanny and creepy about puppets and dolls to me. Probably because I was traumatized with Child's Play as a kid and watching all the Chucky movies. If you are on Jigsaw's bad side, you're gonna be effed. That's just the reality of it. With that being said, there's a sliver of hope in those traps because in his weird, twisted, moral justice thing, he's like, yeah, here's a chance for redemption, blah, 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 blah. If you cut off your leg, blah, blah, you might be able to live, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not cutting off my leg, Jigsaw, so just kill me. Which is why I'm effed. Personally, I'm effed. Because I am not passing his test. I'm assuming this is me just being trapped in Jigsaw's games. Because if I had the old man in front of me, I'd trip the old man and he'd break a bone and that's the end of that. But I'm just under the assumption he got me in the car with his weird pig mask and shit. Whatever the easiest trap is, I'm gonna be in that trap and I will still be effed. Why? Because I'm a coward. I do not like pain. I feel a little bit of pain, it is over for me. I am dying. Those 3 minutes ain't gonna cut it for sure either. Who the hell gives you 3 minutes? The worst part of it is, like, I know how it's gonna end. I know I'm gonna, like, try and suffer pain and pretty much get through the test and just be like, oh, you're out of time. There's only 10 seconds left and you almost made it, but no, you didn't make it. You're dying anyway. I personally am effed by Jigsaw. Next, we have the Pinhead Pinhead from Hellraiser. And I'll be honest, I've never seen Hellraiser. I don't know anything about Hellraiser. I think they're like some kind of demons or something. He dresses in some kind of cosplay thing as an edgy goth. How strong is he? He's not scary. I don't think I'm effed. There's no way I'm gonna be effed by this guy. I could throw hands with him. I think I'm gonna put Tis But to Scratch. Apparently they like paying, like after I beat his ass, he'll just leave me alone and be like, oh, thank you for that, you know? That's my ranking for Pinhead Larry. Let's see. Yes. The horrifying cat from Cat in the Hat. There's no denying the live action movie of Cat in the Hat is a horror movie. It is horrifying. Especially the cat in the hat. He is just uncanny. Mike Myers, you crazy son of a bitch, what were you thinking? This eldritch monstrosity has like unlimited power, right? He could make things happen that shouldn't happen. He's like the Mask, but evil. You don't want to know what's under his hat. What I'm saying is, we're all effed. I'm definitely effed. Literally, look at him holding a hose, making edgy jokes in a PG movie. The Cat in the Hat is effing me. Moving on. Another classic, we have Hannibal Lecter. So Hannibal Lecter, as we all know, is a cannibalistic serial killer. A mad genius of some sort. Kinda like a Jigsaw, but he eats his prey. And we are the prey. Luckily, I'm technically not human. So I personally am lucky. I'm gonna say Hannibal Lecter. Either he's effed or Tis But a Scratch. I'm trying to think if Hannibal Lecter could throw hands or not. He's an older man for sure, but maybe he still got it. I feel like he's fit, you know? All that human meat maybe makes him fit somehow. So I'm gonna say Tis But to Scratch. He'll get a few punches in on me, but I'll be able to take him down. Basically, he's not gonna hold me hostage because I'm just a guy to him. He'd look at me in disgust. He'd be like, yo, what are you? I don't want to eat you. So that's my ranking for Hannibal Lecter. Next, we have Jason. We all know and love Jason and his hockey mask. He's a big guy with a big machete. He's gonna F you up. Sure, you can outrun him, but one way or another, he's gonna find you. And he will kill you. If you fall for the horror movie cliches, you're effed. But luckily, we're not inside of a horror movie. So, I think there's a silver of hope. He's not particularly fast. As long as you stay away from that machete, you will live, my friend. I'm sure he'll keep coming after you, and eventually you're gonna die. This is the Xenomorph from Alien, and I'll just cut to the chase. You're effed. Well, how do I know this? Because I'm an alien, and we don't mess with these guys. You're effed. You're gonna get impregnated by that alien tongue thing. And there's nothing you can do about it. Everyone knows and loves Chucky. I was terrified of him for a while, but then I grew up and realized
I am a man.
he's a doll. What I'm saying is, yeah, I think it'll be a little scary. And it might be a little painful. He's gonna go after my ankles and probably bite my toe. But I'm gonna mess him up as well. And I think it'll be scary and painful, but you're alive. Oh god. Oh, next we have that annoying blonde kid from the Polar Express. I know what you're thinking. It's not a horror movie. It is. They make you think it's a nice Christmas season movie. No, it's a horror movie. Have you guys seen the movie? Look at that creepy, uncanny smile. Look at its dead eyes. That thing is horrifying. But I'm beating the shit out of it. So I'm sorry, kid. Call the police and I'm probably gonna get arrested for beating up a kid, but so be it. Annoying ass kid. Next we have Freddy Krueger, another classic. Freddy Krueger. He haunts your sleep. He goes into your dreams and makes them into living nightmares. He's like Edward Scissorhands, but less edgy, and girls don't want to date him. Here's the thing about Freddy Krueger. We are all sleep-deprived individuals. What I'm saying is, he doesn't have a lot of time with us. And Freddy Krueger is probably a very, very sad and bitter old man now. So I'm putting him as tis but a scratch. Why? Because by the time you fall asleep and he joins you to haunt your dreams, he's just done. He's done with everyone's bullshit. He's just like, oh god, someone's asleep. Alright, let me haunt your dream again. Let's see if they sleep enough this time for me to try to kill him. And yeah, maybe he'll manage to hurt you a little bit here and there, but he's just so worn down. At this point, he'll just take a beating. Pour one out for Freddy Krueger, y'all. Ah yes, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, based on a true story. I don't know how true it is.
Hey, you know who lives in this house? A great big phony!
He uses a chainsaw. That's already pretty scary in my book. So Leatherface, he's a big guy. Isn't Leatherface a person? He's stronger than the normal person, similar to Jason. So you probably can't square off with him like that. You'll probably get effed if you did that. But he can still get killed. So I'm gonna put a sliver of hope. Next we have Candyman. And no, it's not the creepy guy in the van that lures kids. Or is it? I don't know. I feel like I have seen Candyman at some point in my life. I have almost zero recollection of it. What is his weapon? A hook hand? There's no way a hook hand's gonna kill me, alright? I don't really remember much about Candyman lore. Is he dead? I think he's dead. He haunts you. But he's some guy. You're pretty much fighting a pirate. You're gonna get hurt. Candyman, he could probably pack a decent punch. You know, fighting people is actually not easy. Mostly when you're fighting to survive. I think I'll put him in scary and painful, but you're alive. I'll give Candyman the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he has another supernatural powers that I'm not very aware of. For Ghostface though, hear me out. He's this mysterious entity with a big old knife. Sure, that's a little scary, but we all know who Ghostface is. It's some edgy teen trying to murder people. I'm gonna take on Ghostface. And you know, he has a knife, but shit, I'll have a gun. I'll get a gun and shoot him. There we go. Ghostface is dead. But he's only human after all.
I'm only human after all.
Yeah, I'll put him on tis but a scratch. I'm a little bit of a coward, but I'll do my best. Alright, moving right along. We have the shark from Jaws. I'm gonna put their F. You know why? Because I'm staying out of the water. That's why. I'm staying out of the water. I'm gonna call animal control, and animal control is gonna kill that shark, and that's why they're F. But obviously, in the situation that you're somehow trapped in the water, then it'll just completely flip, and of course you're F in that case. But in my scenario, I am not. Ah yes, the We Got Chucky at Home doll of the horror movie villains. Annabelle, she's no different than Chucky. Honestly, except less, you know, I'm just gonna beat her ass. Maybe she'll use her weird poltergeist abilities to hurt me back a bit, but no. Tis but a scratch. I'm gonna just kick the shit out of her. She'll shatter. I don't know what. Is she a porcelain doll? I don't remember. Chucky will take down Annabelle. And if I can take down Chucky, then Annabelle's definitely gonna go down. Next, we have the guy from Jeepers Creepers. What was his thing? He would just fly and kill people. I don't remember too much. He's gonna be driving an old pickup truck behind me, and I'm gonna be looking in the rearview mirror and seeing some guy with some weird ass hat.
What the hell's his problem?
He looks like freaking a rotten avocado. I don't know. He looks like Deadpool had a love child with his clone. All I'm saying is the guy is gonna hurt you if he catches you, and he's probably gonna catch you. But the thing is, he's such a lame villain. I'm gonna put scary and painful, but you're alive. There's just no way I'm just gonna let myself die to this guy. There's no way. I would be ashamed of myself if I let myself die to this guy. Now, if you ever see Jeepers Creepers with some yellow eyes, then you know I lost the battle. That's my ranking. Scary and painful, but you're alive. And really not even scary. More like lame and painful, but you're alive. Alright, next we have Michael Myers. Mike Myers. I feel like Mike Myers is the same way as these guys, as Jason, as Leatherface. Is he human? Kind of. He keeps coming back. At this point, he's almost like an entity. Dun 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 dun. I'm gonna put him on a sliver of hope. Why? Because he's not the fastest villain around. If Jamie Lee Curtis can fight off Mike Myers at her later age in life, then so can we. We can have a sliver of hope as well. Next, we have the cute gremlin. I feel bad, but they're F. Let's just assume that for whatever reason, it's just mad at us. It's not transformed into the evil gremlin or anything. It wants to kill us for whatever reason. In its mind, it's out for blood. All is fair, and they're F'd. I'm sorry. Now we have the transformed gremlin, you know, the evil gremlin. I mean, it's a gremlin, but it's a tiny thing. You could kick the shit out of it. I'm gonna put tits but to scratch. We have the sexy gremlin. What was her name? Greta? Hear me out, alright? You're F'd. Greta's gonna take advantage of you, my friend. She'll be on top and she's gonna get you. Me specifically, I'm weak to those lips. Yeah, as you can see, we have the annoying kid from the scary godmother. What was his name? Jimmy? Look, we all thought about it. We all wanted to kick his ass, and now they're F'd. So Predator from, you know, the Predator movies. Predator is pretty much as bad as the Xenomorph. With that being said, I actually think there's a sliver of hope. He'll take pity on me. He'll just be like, you call yourself an alien? Wow. Fine, I'll let you survive, maybe. And I'll take that pity. Next, we have Freddy Fazbear. He's a big old animatronic possessed by the spirit of some kids or something like that. I don't know. I think it's scary and painful, but you're alive. Pennywise, the dancing clown. So this is the movie version of him, so hear me out. Normally, this creature, you're probably F, but the thing is, I don't know if you guys seen the movie, you could literally just bully him into submission. That's what the kids did. They just talk shit about him and he's like, no, stop. So no, tis but to scratch. I'm gonna talk shit about him and just be like, no, I'm not scared of you, Pennywise. You can't hurt me, Pennywise. And he'll be like, God damn it, these kids got me. You beat his ass with words. Stick and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me unless you're Pennywise the dancing clown. Next, we have the Monster House from Monster House. You know the one. You know the one. The animated classic Monster House. We all know and love Monster House.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
I think I'm gonna put it in a sliver of hope because the kids made it out alive, and if the kids made it out alive, we can maybe make it out alive. So now we've reached the final one, guys. I know what you're thinking. What's an iceberg doing here? Well, let me explain myself, alright? This is not your regular old iceberg. This is the iceberg that took down the Titanic, which is why you're F'd. And by you're F'd, I mean I'm F'd. This is the iceberg that took a whole effing ship down where not even love could survive. You think my single ass is gonna live? No. We're gonna get F'd by an iceberg. And that's the final one, guys. That's our horror movie villain survival tier list. It was surprisingly even. Overall, if I add up everything, I would say like a good 70% chance that I'll survive against a lot of horror movie villains. I am satisfied with this tier list. Thanks for watching. I hope you also survived against many of these horror villains, just like I of course did. Yes. Bye bye.